And welcome back. Here we are once again as I'm unemployed. I'm going to make use of the time this time. I'm forcing myself to do things. It's getting brighter later, which is brilliant. It means I'm a little bit more motivated. I just think with the bad weather and it dark, I just couldn't do much before. So obviously we know that I had these shelves and things. This was more of a temporary thing now that my other stuff's arrived. So the living room section is having a complete revamp only a few months after I just got the paint out. Maybe I'm mad, but it's got to be. So I'm going to do that. That's going to be my thing now. And obviously, as we know, it's very hard to do it opposite. The wall on the back here, which was tiles, which was brown wood effect tiles, just kind of clashes with everything. I'll show you now what we got. It's all arrived. It's been stored for ages, a few months, some of this. But look now. As I explained in previous vlogs, to keep up with the vintage kind of apartment-y house feel, I've got this quite good. It's quite good from a distance. Red London brick. So that is going to go over there on that back section. It's not going to be easy because you've got the angle and that's completely in the way. So I'm not sure how it's going to work out, but I'm going to try and get it as neat as possible. And then the newer wallpaper that I showed in the last video will go around all these sort of small sections. And down here, one of the favourite things, the dog has decided just to get up and walk around. What you got there? Go on. Go there. Up. Yep, see, a lot easier there, isn't it? As we go. It was very hard to demonstrate. It's only in single panel, this. Sorry about this. Terrible camera work. Now, I was under the impression that this was going to be like a double panel, so you have one and the other. That was kind of what the picture suggested, but it's a single panel, not the end of the world. Just find it strange. You've got the full length here, but it's a cut off here. So I'm probably going to have to join one strip on it to fill that space as we spin again. So obviously I'm thinking I might have to top and tail it because you'll need the thicker piece here joining up there. But it's only when I cut a piece and get it measured. It's really going to work out. We're going to do that, and then we're going to do the top half, which was the floral. Again, we've gone quite Victorian in the overall look. Victorian with the modern twist. So we're going to do the floral on the top. I was going to rotate and do the green in there, so that's a bit different, and go blue with the bedroom. Hopefully look all right. I don't think it'll take that long, although I do have to wallpaper paste this stuff. But because it's small patches rather than full big walls like a house, I'm just going to mix up a cereal bowl and just do bits. Should work. Let's get it going. You know what? For something that's just a 3D print, it's pretty good. When you close up, there are some lumps, but I'm papering onto basically a plywood wall, so it's not exactly smooth surface, but you won't notice it once it's dried out and stretched a bit. So I'm just going to add another band across the top here as best I can, and then probably put maybe one shelf here with some, I don't know, we'll see. It's kind of decided to go, but yeah, it's looking good. Fractions of the cost. It's like £9 this was, so we'll see how it goes. Now in this sort of, you know, light and on a camera you never see, it looks perfect, doesn't it? It's like, oh look, there's a panelled walls. It's pretty good, but when you're here in person, there's a lot of lumps and bumps. And it's not air bubbles, it's just lumps and bumps of the wood wall, which is such a shame. Because you know what? It's very effective. You're not going to look at that in passing and think, oh, it's wallpaper. It does look pretty good. It does look like wood wall panelling. So, yeah, I mean, oh, who knows? Obviously, the dog bed lives there in his food bowl and stuff, so it will cover it a bit. I'm hoping there might be some shrinkage around where there's lumps. But you can see what I mean, like, if you get close, where there's a lump in the wood, it obviously bobbles out around it. And I don't think it's going to improve. I've smoothed it and smoothed it and smoothed it for a long time. And still we've got these lumps. But I think, I'm not one of those people that can live with these things, but I'm going to have to. Because I've been working on this for quite a long time now. And, I mean, it's doing the job. It's as good as it can be, I think, really. But it looks all right, doesn't it? But I didn't want to join. You see, like, this pattern ends here. That's where it is. And that thicker piece is where it starts on the bottom. But when it joined as the way it would have done, it was a bit weird. So I flipped the paper over and joined it that way, because obviously I wanted that wider gap, even space it a bit more. But that's all right. I couldn't quite get it even either side. It's not impossible. Otherwise I have to cut tons of the roll off. And I don't want to waste that much on my little boat. So that's one wall. Like, that is the wood panelling. On that side, I will have to do it behind the sofa, but again, I'm waiting for another roll of the stuff. I'm not pulling out the sofa tonight. I just want to get that front bit, top and bottom finished, and preferably this with the brick. So I'm sticking to that section today. Tomorrow I've got more time. I might try and do a bit more. Keep going. So just to give a quick advanced look. It's a bit weird now with 3 different colours, but it'll tie together soon when the bits are done. I've just sort of basic pasted there. I've just unscrewed the light, so take that off. Cut a little notch so I can go in. But look at that wallpaper. It's going to lighten things up in here again, but then I might go crazy and do a dark ceiling. We'll see how I feel, because again, that's a very classical thing to do. So watch this space, keep going. Piece by piece, and we'll be there. Aside from a 1:50 AM call from Barclays to say, please call us. Luckily I was awake. Somebody's used my card details to go on pubcasino.co.uk or whatever that is. And I went, well, it's definitely not me. Because I've been wallpapering since about 6-7 o'clock and doing the shelves and things. So it is now 2 AM. I promised that I was going to graft on, get the motivation and not sink, and get this boat done. I've now got my man coming back 2 set days in a week or so. So that'll be the bathroom, the bedroom. We're going to box the lot off, and then everything else I can do myself. Like, it's little knickknacks you don't need a builder for. So he'll be coming around for fake barbecues, because you can't have barbecues on the marina. I like to say that if you have a dream and you envisage something in your head, which is what I do with a lot of things like the design and my documentaries, I kind of vision them in my mind or get an idea or get some kind of inspiration. And then I try and recreate it out there in the real world. If you get the idea, stick with it. No matter how hard it is, persistence is key. Dreams can be made a reality if you persevere. So I present to you the finished living room. decorated and designed this living room twice. I've gone through two choices. I wanted that kind of loft feel, that kind of raw, kind of almost New York-y London feel. So I did what I said I was going to do. I've got the brick. So the brick looks pretty good with the burner there. Got to say, I was really happy with that. I'm surprised at how well it's stuck. It's not perfect. It is a bit rough, but you're not going to notice it's behind all this. I've got my companion set I need to get out and stuff. So quite pleased with that. So in the end, as I say, because I can't stop getting away from traditional. I did it in a few of my houses where I wanted to go a bit modern and stop being the old-fashioned guy. And I still went very sort of Victorian to 40s. I had like older furniture and I had the sort of style wallpaper. I just had this complete thought the other day, you know what? I still can't get away from that Victorian feel. And I really wanted the wood paneling stuff around the whole boat on that lower end. So I just said sod it and I went with it. And when you can get things so cheap, £9–10 rolls of paper and things, I thought sod it. And I'm pretty pleased with the results. What do you think? Do you think it turned out well in the end? Comment, usual conversations, let me know. Even if it's negative, I want to kind of get your take on it. I may disagree and go, me, but it's true. I'm really pleased. I'm quite proud of that. It's turned out really well. So I've got a couple of bits to do, but that is the big job of it done. Next will be finishing the units and the doors in the kitchen. And then obviously getting that paper up on the few kitchen wall parts. But yeah, I've separated the shelves there in a line. I've got an extra one I'll probably put in the kitchen or save for the bedroom once that's sorted out. All in all, pretty happy. Yes, I went back to the Victorians. I can't stop it, can I? So there we go. Old-fashioned Pete. Really happy with that. May be unemployed and that went to poop. But I can sit in a cosy living room with no running water, no gas, no heating. I've got logs now, I can make a small fire. Every cloud. So the evidence has been heard. Mrs. Emmeline Pankhurst, you are hereby found guilty by the court. You are to be charged with obstruction. You shall be passed to Holloway Prison to carry out your sentence for the period of 6 weeks. Bailiff, take the prisoner down. Just a quick note as well. Very happy, as I say, to be visiting Emmeline Pankhurst's actual home here in Manchester, which is the Emmeline Pankhurst Centre. They've kindly said I can go and film, as I've said before, but I'm also going back to London next week. Depending when this is released, it'll be on a Wednesday, to do my pie and mash shop feature. Also, I'll be visiting Emmeline Pankhurst's grave. Watch out, some brilliant documentaries coming and a hell of a lot of hard work going into them. Cheers guys, see you soon.